If you think for 1 second that Takeoff's death wasn't a setup, you are sadly mistaken. After seeing the TMZ video footage, you could clearly see that maybe they didn't have, and when I say they, I mean Jay Prince's sons and their entourage. Maybe they didn't have the intent to kill Takeoff, but I kind of think they had the intent to do something mischievous because the fact that, Quavo was playing a dice game, he lost, and then they still wanted to argue and go back and forth and say, let's play a basketball game. Who gonna win in basketball? Like, just it seems so elementary and basic. Like, they should have never been there. The dogs that they were surrounded by, that's exactly what they were. Like, if you got to check in with somebody for your safety when you're going to another city or another state, then you don't need to go. That's red flag sign number one. If you have to check in to go somewhere, then you don't need to go. So Quavo and Jay Prince's son, they got into an argument, and then someone shot from Jay Prince's son entourage, and then shots were returned from the Migos side. Um, it's believed that one of the fatal bullets that shot Takeoff was from Jay Prince's entourage side, and then possibly the other bullet came from the Migos side. Not intentional, but unintentional, allegedly. But everything happened so fast. And what I mean by elementary and basic is that you can kind of see danger playing out in front of you before it strikes. But it happened so fast. But this has been, it didn't just happen there at the event. Whatever their ill intentions were, they had that before the Migos even touched down. I mean, they had been with them, I believe, allegedly that day. They had been with them that day. They had played basketball, I believe, already that day. Anyway, they were with them, and whoever shot the shot probably had the intent to do that way before they got to that spot. When people are jealous of you, when they're envious of you, when they hate you, they watch you for a while. When they get an opportunity to strike, they're going to strike. And it's just so unfortunate and so sad that that happened to Takeoff. Young, handsome, just successful, just so many good things going for himself, and his life was taken. I wasn't a big Migos fan, but from what everyone is saying and what you can see, he was the humblest one from the group. He didn't really get into any trouble, and he was the one that lost his life. How tragic and unfortunate is that? Word to the wise: trust no one but God. Do not trust man. Jay Prince's sons were pretty much their tour guides of Houston. When you go to Houston, you check in with Jay Prince. I even think in the TMZ video that you could hear someone saying, like, they respect you, they're not going to go against you, pretty much. That's what someone from the Jay Prince entourage was saying to. It seemed like he was saying it to Quavo, and that's why Quavo was like, I would be then hurt somebody, so let me leave. And then that's when the shots rang out. But they're pretty much their tour guide in Houston. They were supposed to offer them protection. The Jay Prince entourage was supposed to offer the Migos protection. That's who you check in with. And they weren't protected. Takeoff lost his life. If Quavo was the one who lost the dice game, and Quavo was the one who chose to walk away, what reason did Jay Prince's entourage have to fire shots after him? To fire shots to the Migos camp, to their side. Again, Quavo lost the dice game. He may have talked a little trash and said, let me leave before I hurt somebody. But if you're thinking logically, if he's the one who lost, he would be the one mad shooting, right? So why was Jay Prince's side mad and firing out shots? It does seem as though this was a setup. Whoever the trigger man was, his intent was definitely ill towards the Migos since they touched down in Houston. And I think it's a setup because Jay Prince is feared in Houston. You have to check in with him when you come to Houston, and he offers you protection. And if he's that powerful and people fear him, then none of his foot soldiers are going to step out of line and go against his orders. If his order is to protect the Migos when they come to Houston, then that's what you do because you're messing up the money or whatever it is that they gain from offering this protection. So for one of his foot soldiers to step out of line and go against that, it's anything that happens, then I'm pretty sure that Jay Prince is aware of it. Any plans, he's aware of it. So if he wasn't aware of what was going to happen, then I definitely think his sons were aware. Either way, it's unfortunate that Takeoff lost his life, but setup definitely was a setup. And when I say setup, I don't mean that how it happened, that's exactly how it was planned to happen, but the ill intentions for that evening towards the Migos was definitely planned. Word to the wise, pursue peace, um, because violence and angers and tempers can flare up so fast and problems can come with that so quickly. That TMZ video and how everything happened, it happened so fast. It happened so fast. It was so quick. So, if you're around people who are quick to get angry, quick to start trouble, now's a good time to stop hanging around those type of people. If you sense danger, then go in the opposite direction. If you gotta check in with anybody for protection to go somewhere, then that's not the place you need to be. Um, and these basic truths and principles are in the Bible. So the Lord will never steer you wrong. But it's just so sad and so unfortunate what happened to Takeoff. That's all I have for this video. Until next time, TTYL.